Hey everybody, Anime James and Games here, giving you some new gameplay footage of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Well, it's just Pokemon Sun right here. Okay, so for this Wi-Fi battle, I'm going with kind of a trick room set. Like it's basically a speed reducing set. I have a Slow King here, and it knows Trick Room, and my Mudsdale knows Bulldoze. So it's basically just like a speed reducing set. Um, you know, like I said, Trick Room, all that. Sorry, just trying to adjust here. And here we go. Okay, so pretty much right here, I'm fighting with another random player online. I basically start off with my Geo, my Persian, my Cantonian Persian. I named it Geo. It's short for Giovanni. And here, I start off with him, but I never realized that my opponent could have started off with his Decidui, because my Geo, my Persian, it's actually not physical Persian. It's actually a special Persian. It knows Water Pulse, Fake Out, Swift, and Nasty Plot, and it has the Technician ability. That's pretty nice. So here, I swap out to my Kibago, and I was pretty sure that they were probably gonna switch out to the Glalie, so I go with a Dragon Dance. And I'm hoping that a Dragon Claw can kill the Glalie, but unfortunately it lives with just a little bit of HP and it gets the Freeze Dry off my Kibago. And so here I decide to switch into my Silver, the Sylveon. This Sylveon is actually a Pixelate Sylveon. It holds the Pixie Plate. It knows Swift, Hyper Voice, Hidden Power Ground, and Moonblast. Here I go with a Swift, and out comes the Groudon. And this is going to be a Primal Groudon. Now here I really love the new animation for this Groudon, for the Primal Groudon. It is just so beastly right here. I love it. I really love it. Now here comes Groudon's Desolate Land. You know, if it wasn't for the Sun boost, my Silver probably could have survived that eruption, but because it's at full health and the sun is up, my Silver unfortunately goes down. So I decided to go out for my Bojack Horseman. And you know, it never occurred to me that maybe I probably could have used like the Bulldoze so I could reduce its speed, and you know, while it's going with constant earthquakes, I could have got my defense boosts up, and then I probably would have slowed it down with the Bulldoze, and then I could have went with a rest. This is a Resto Chesto set. And so we're just passing each other the earthquakes. Luckily, thanks to Bojack's ability Stamina, luckily his defense goes up twice, giving me the extra earthquake on the Groudon. Unfortunately, my Bojack Horseman is not fast enough for the next Pokemon that my opponent's gonna switch out to, and which is the Necrozma, and it's gonna unfortunately take out my Bojack Horseman with just one prismatic laser. However, this is a good opportunity for me to swap into my Slow King and get off the Trick Room. So here comes my Slow King, and I'm gonna go with the Trick Room. It actually holds the Psychinium Z, so I could you know, use that so I could use the Psychic Z move, but unfortunately I do not use it in this video. Now here's where I'm thinking that he might swap into the Decidui, so I go for the Fire Blast, but unfortunately he actually goes for his Espeon, which I guess is a special tank, But fortunately, I go for a Scald, and it gets the burn on it. And, you know, luckily my Slowking is also specially defensive, too. So that Shadow Ball isn't going to do much, but unfortunately it knocks down my Slowking's special defense. And here I'm thinking that, and here I swap into my Giovanni to try and because I'm pretty sure that they were probably going to swap into a new Pokemon. So here comes out the Incineroar, my opponent's Incineroar. I go for the Fake Out to try and get some extra damage off it. It's a Life Orbed Persian, and I go for the Flinch Fake Out because I'm pretty sure this is where the Trick Room wears off. And so I go for a Water Pulse. Unfortunately, that's not enough. And it goes for the Blast Burn. I'm not sure why anyone would have a Blast Burn on an Incineroar. It might be a special Incineroar, which is pretty strange to see. Although most of my Pokemon are pretty strange, have pretty strange movesets. So I know, so it's going to recharge, and that's where I get the Scald off it. And that's where it faints, and now my opponent is down to 3 more Pokemon, his Necrozma, his Decidueye, and his Espeon, and so here I'm thinking that they might go with the Prismatic Laser. So I go for the Trick Room, hoping that it would go for the Prismatic Laser. That way they would recharge, and that would give me the chance to swap into my Larry, the Buzzwole. Although I haven't named it yet, but here's where I'm thinking that they might swap into their Decidueye, but they do not, so I decide to swap into my Larry the Buzzwole. And Buzzwole, this Ultra Beast is very beastly, no pun intended, but I mean, his attack stat is just godlike. It's Arceus-like. So here I go for the Leech Life because I knew that I was going to lose a little bit of HP. I actually haven't EV trained my Buzzwole that much. I only EV trained it in attack. But I gave it the Assault Vest so it could protect itself from some special attacks. Unfortunately, that's not enough for this battle, but here out comes the Decidueye. So I go for the Ice Punch, and thanks to that Beast Boost, it's just going to be enough to defeat the Decidueye. And here I was thinking that the Trick Room would stay open in time for the Espeon to come out, but unfortunately it wears off this next round, and the Espeon is gonna knock me down with a Psychic. So I guess I'm gonna have to EV train my Buzzwole in defenses too, for the Assault Vest to work properly. Luckily, I still have my Slowking left to defeat my opponent, and so I go for one more Scald. But first, they're gonna go for the Grass Knot. Luckily, it does not kill my Slowking, which gives me the chance to use a Scald. And after that, that is going to be the game. Down goes the Espeon. Okay, so that was that Wi-Fi battle was pretty fun. I sure wish that he brought something more challenging, because he actually did not have any items for his Pokemon. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all next time in my next Pokemon Wi-Fi battle video. Later!